Okay, so first thing that I want to talk about is this one. Let me share my screen, and I'm pretty sure you have seen this before. Okay, so this is how to count 16 beat. Have you ever seen this before?
Yes.
It's 1E and the, right? 1E and the 2E and the 3 and the 4E and the. Now, when we play 8 beat, we are not playing E and the. So even though we see here E and A, we don't play those, but we only play 1 and 2 and, right? That's how we count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's what we play for 8 beat. But even though we are counting only 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, there are still E and A hiding beneath that, right? We don't say that, but there are E and A's always there, right? So what we're trying to do, let me go to drums. What we are trying to do today is using those E's and R's to put bass drum on those counts. So you probably have done this before as well, but just in case, let me check, okay? So far we only have done bass drum on 3 or and count. So basic rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This is basic rhythm, right? And then we have done 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Week before last week, also 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and last 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I don't know if you remember those rhythms, but we did it a week before last week. Okay. Yeah, right now what we are going to do is, instead of putting bass drum on numbers and ands only, we are going to put those in A. Okay, so if you look at here, we put bass drum at 1, right? When we start with 1, then we are going to put bass drum on A. So it's going to be 1 and A. So at 1, you are playing hi-hat and bass drum at the same time, right? 1 and then and A. You're playing hi-hat on and bass drum at A. Okay, so it's going to sound 1 and A. One more time. 1 and A. One more time. 1 and A. Can you play that? Can you play 1 and A only? Right, one more time. Right, but at 1, you're playing hi-hat too. 1 and A. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, now we're gonna play 1 and 2 and. Okay, so where do you put snare? Do you put at 1? Do you put at and, or do you put at 2? Where do you think you put snare at?
2.
Right, right. Usually we put snare at 2 and 4, right? So this time it's the same. You put snare at 2. Okay, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and. So you're just adding 2 and after what you just played. Can you try? Can you try 1 and 2 and? Two. Right, but at 2, you're playing both hands too, right? Because hi-hat never stops. Hi-hat never stops. One more time. Nice, nice. Try that one more time. Try it one more time. Good job. Now we are going to repeat that twice. Repeat that twice. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're basically playing the same rhythm twice. Okay. Close. You're getting there. Almost, almost. Okay, play slower. Now, considering it's your first time playing that, it's a little fast, okay? Play slower than that. I play faster. Nice, nice. Play one more time. Good job. One more time. One last time. Good job. Now, what I want to tell you is you play rhythm good enough. When you play bass drum and snare at 16-beat count, it has to be ready before. If you play and then be ready, then it becomes a little late, right? Because it's fast timing. So one and when you play one and right hand should be ready to play snare. One and two, right? Then it should be flowing like wave is coming, right? Wave doesn't come that it doesn't come that way. It's just coming, right? Flowing. So your rhythm should be flowing as well. Okay, one more time. Let's try one last time. Think about preparing. I know it makes your head even more trickier, but try to prepare a little bit ahead if you can. Okay, let's try one more time. Same thing. Same thing for bass drum too. When you play one and bass drum should be ready too. Okay, let's try really last time. The last time. Nice, much better in rhythm. Okay, this is not the basic pattern that is set. Okay, you can put bass drum anywhere. Even though now we did one and two, you could play one and two. You can play the two or one and two E, one to E. You can play the two. So it's just matter of where you're putting bass drum at. But whenever you want to put bass drum at, you should be fluent doing it, right? If if you're not able to put bass drum where you want to, then it's either you have not learned or you have not practiced. It's either one of it, right? So let's try this time. Let's try bass drum is going to be at 1E. So it's going to be dun dun right away. Okay, so it's going to be, let me play in drum. The count is going to be 1EN. Okay, at 1 you're playing hi-hat and snare together. 1 and E, bass drum, and then N, hi-hat again. So if I play in count 3 and 4 and 1EN. Okay, 1EN. One more time. 1EN. Can you try that? 1EN. Nice. One more time. One more time. Nice. Now do the same thing. 1EN, 2N. Okay, we're making rhythm out of it. Good. At 2, playing both hands together, right? Nice. Repeat that twice as a rhythm now. Close. Tricky, right? Getting tricky. You're doing good though. One more time. One more time. Okay. Hi-hat and bass combination is tricky. Okay, it's not only for you, it's for everybody. Okay, so do not try to do it. Oh, why can I do it? Don't think like that. But if it doesn't work, get it slower. That's what I did every time. Okay, if I cannot play in a certain tempo, that means I'm going too fast, especially when I'm learning first time. Okay, so try a little slower than that. Count at the same time. 1EN, 2N, such as. It's okay. And then same thing, 3En, 4En. Nice, nice. Last time, always snare is coming a little early, right? Because you are used to playing fast, okay? So try to, if you play fast, you just play what you are used to. That means you cannot learn anything when you play fast. Okay, so when you learn, always try slower than you think. Slow down as much as, oh, can I like play this slow? Is it possible? Even to that extent, play slower, and then when you get it with count, when you feel the rhythm, then you can faster. Okay, getting faster is easy. Getting the rhythm right is hard. So try slower and then get faster. Okay, one more time. Let's try one more time. Nice, nice. Do it one more time. Good job, good job, good job. One last time. Close. Okay, do it again, do it again. Nice, good job. Okay, always don't try to go faster until you get used to the rhythm. Okay, but that was good. That was good. Now let's try one last thing. Okay, before we go. Now you're going to put bass drum in 1 and 3 is always the same, right? 1 and 3 is always the same. Now 1 and 2 E and A. Let me show you what it is. Okay. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 E and A. One more time. 1 and 2 E and A. So if I put snare at 2, 1 and 2 E and A. And if I play the whole rhythm, 1 and 2 E and A, 3 and 4 E and A. Okay, let's try that. So basically, you're playing bass drum at 1 and A of 2, and then you're filling in between with hi-hats. Okay, so let's try 1 and 2 and first. 1 and 2 and A. Okay, play hi-hat 1 and 2 and. Would you? Right. That's just 1 and 2 and, right? Let's play bass drum at 1 as always with hi-hat. Right, now slow it down a lot, and we're putting bass drum, one more bass drum at 2E and A. Okay, so 1 and 2E and A. That's where bass drum comes in. Let's try. 1 and 2E and A. And then 2. Okay, 1 and 2 and A. That's the count. 2, there will be snare drum, right? So we are waiting bass drum until A of 2. Okay, you're doing good though. You're following me well. Let's do one more time. Let's try. Nice, nice, nice. But at A, we're not playing hi-hat. That's what people do when they play bass drum. They go with hi-hat. Okay, so it's a common thing that people do. But let's get it out for this time. Okay, one more time. 1 and 2 and up. It's okay. That's right. That's 2. Nice. Okay, let's add snare at 2. 1 and 2 and let's do that much. Adding snare. Okay, let's try to get the last hi-hat out, okay? Okay, one more time, one more time. You are doing well. One more time. Okay, let's do one more time. Nice, nice. Doing good. One last time. Repeat the same thing one last time. Nice. Now repeat it twice. Repeat the rhythm twice. Okay, so bass drum has to come right away, right? Twice. Getting there, getting there. Okay, let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. Nice, that's it, that's it. Try it one more time. Okay, so here's a thing, okay? I mean, you can use the rhythm for whatever song that you're gonna play, okay? But main point is whenever you want to put bass drum, you should be able to put it. Okay, it shouldn't be any objection of you playing where to put bass drum. Okay? You can put bass drum anywhere. You can put bass drum, differently for each time that you play rhythm. It's just your choice. Usually, when a drummer plays, they have the rhythm set for themselves, the pattern, and then they stick to it during a song. If song changes, they change their pattern probably because it should be different feeling when people listen to it. But in one song, they usually stick to one pattern, and drummer and bassist go the same. Okay, so when you play bass drum, pung pung, bassists do the same thing too. They follow your rhythm. Okay, so if you change bass drum every time, then bassist cannot follow you, right? Because he or she cannot read your mind. Let's say you play bass drum like 1 E, and then next time 1 or 2 If you change bass drum every time, then bassists cannot follow you. That's why drummer usually stick to one set of pattern, and then they just repeat it over and over. So bassists can stay with you. Okay. That's later. That's for later when you do the band. But anyway, main point is for you to be able to put bass drum in any count that you want. So here's the assignment. Okay. Again, you are going to make 3 rhythms, but for 3 rhythms, you are just playing 8 beat. You're just playing 8 beat, but put bass drum in different places for 3 rhythms. And those bass drum should be at 16 count. So let me share my screen and give you an example. Let's say first one, the rhythm that you are going to play, that you're gonna play bass drum at here. Okay. It's not letting me to draw. But anyway, let's play. You're going to play bass drum at 1 and 2 E. That's number 1. Then number 2 should be somewhere different than 2 E. 1 and 3 is always the same. 1 and 3, you are going to put bass drum always. But if you put bass drum at 1 and 2E for the first one, then you're going to play bass drum 1 and 2E and something like that. So everything should be different. All 3 rhythms. Okay, you can play 1E, 2E, that's everything that you play is right. There is no wrong rhythm. It's just making new thing. making different things. Okay. So what's your homework? Recite for me.
Make a 3-beat rhythm with spreading the bass drum out to different places of 16th notes.
Right, right. You are putting in words better than I do. Okay, but that's the homework. That's the assignment. I'm not going to ask you to record, but when you come next week, I'm going to ask you to play those three things. Okay. Okay. Good job today. It's been a private lesson with you since Shimo didn't come in, but good progress. Okay, we are getting good, and you are going to get the good foundation of the rhythm. And next week, when Shimo comes back, we can go on with new things again. Okay. So thank you for coming in. Remember the assignment. If you can practice every day, and it's going to make you better for sure. Okay. Thank you for coming in. I'll see you next week. Bye, Ethan.